It's Snake Mountain with a very special guest star, Skeletor! Yay!
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the light. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight.
It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to get things started.
I like the old opening better.
It's time to get things started on the most sensational...
Stop! What do you think you're doing?
What, you don't like it?
No, I don't like it! This is a cheery, joyful song! This is Snake Mountain! It's supposed to be evil and depressing!
I thought it looked like a Muppet set.
Well, I mean, no! It doesn't! It looks, yeah.
Hello everybody, Stagrex here, and you heard that correct from Kermit the Frog. We do have a very special guest star here today, and that is Skeletor, who's going to be reviewing his Snake Mountain set. But before I skedaddle and let Skeletor take the reins of this review, I'm going to go over the length and width of this thing, because it is big, and I just want you to know how big it is in case you feel like getting it. You're going to need some space. So first off, the width of this set, when it's fully opened like this, is about 23 inches long, and from the bottom to the top, and it is roughly about 18 inches tall, minus maybe 17.5 inches, but it's a very big set. And if this is too wide to fit on a shelf or anything, you can close it up, but before you do close it, make sure to take off this band here, that's the bridge rope. So make sure to take that off, because you're going to need that out of the way. And also you have to unclip the bridge, fold that up, and then, lose a spike, and then close the whole thing up here. It does have a little tab right down here. I don't know if I can show it on camera at this angle. So it's right here. You can see when this goes over that, it will come over that, and then you kind of just push it and then tap that down, and that will lock it into place. And here we have Snake Mountain all closed up, and at this length, it's only about 11.5 inches. So it definitely compresses a lot, and that might fit better on a shelf. So with that out of the way, I'm going to take a step back and let Skeletor take it from here. So Skeletor, it's all yours.
Before taking a look at Snake Mountain, we will look at the minifigures included with this set. We are first starting with Webstore. I call him Webhead. Throughout this review, we will not have their weapons attached, as for some reason everyone's hands break when they hold their weapons, so everyone's just going to use their muscular arms for today. We can see Webstore has a lovely grapple hook, as he should have, which is not going to be unwound because that would be a nightmare to put back together. And he has his menacing extra spider arms of evil. The second figure is Ram Man, and his little dinky axe of sadness, because you know why? Heroes get garbage, that's why. Ram Man himself has a helmet of excellent craftsmanship and armor. And interestingly enough, his torso is larger than even mine. So there's something wrong with him, obviously. They have his bouncy legs nicely sculpted in, but very smartly not included the bouncing feature. Otherwise, that'd make him weird. Next, we have Trapjaw, one of my semi-loyal servants, complete with a cooking spatula or bug swatter, a hook of some kind, his pincher of evil, and equipped with him currently is his blaster of death, with a nice extra black paint detail on his bottom chin just to fill in that place, otherwise he looks like a lipless freak. We also do not place our weapons in any of the holsters, because after a time they stretch and break very easily. Next we have a very tan Evil-Lyn with her stick of smacking! Evil-Lyn, that's a terrible weapon, but it's the weapon she gets. We can see here she has done very well in her evil color scheme. As you can see with the original one, or previous version, there is a vast improvement on the face, which the original one looks like she came out of a horror film, whereas the one on the right looks like she is ready to do evil. Next, we have the muscle-bound moron He-Man, complete with shield. And I'm guessing Thunder Sword. This is Thunder Punch He-Man. This He-Man sports a red armor. And finally, we get to me, Skeletor. Dragon Armor Skeletor, complete with dragon armor, for which my dragon can rest upon my back. Here we see me with my dragon perched upon my back, chained up very nicely. So he can wag his tail in furious wrath, and he's chained up with an atrocious soft rubber plastic chain, which most likely will break if we use this enough. So we will not be using this very much. This here is a look about Castle Grayskull Snake Mountain, the great terrifying fortress of me, Skeletor. Now we compare with Snake Mountain, my fortress of doom, where we have a very comprehensive computer, which you look at the floor to read. Of course, any smart person reads the computers from the floor. Next we have the all-powerful throne of Skeletor, me, which my evil emanates from. And then we have the all-powerful Guardian Totem with Norse horses defending it. So now I will sit on my throne of power, and okay, there we go. And it is, of course, a cozy seating, which I can definitely absolutely sit in perfectly without being cramped on. Up top we have the gate to the exit, which is a trap that we'll explore later on. Next we have the Hall of Faces to bring terror to all who visit Snake Mountain. Look how scary that face is. Look at all these other scary faces. There's a lot of faces in Snake Mountain, apparently. Ah, yes. Oh, yeah, there's another face. And another face. We should call it the Hall of Faces. Yeah. The Pit of Doom, though. That is the most scariest thing in the place. You see, if you dare fall into the traps of Snake Mountain, you fall into the pit of tentacles and teeth, which hurt. Here in Snake Mountain, we have a lovely lava feature from which you can look out into the lava and intimidate your foes. We go over to the ladder, because how else would I get to the second floor? And then we go to the table room. Not like He-Man's empty spaces, this room holds my table of evil. Next we have the Dungeon of Pain, which is the most scariest dungeon in all of Eternia, which it's very small and uncomfortable. Grayskull's dungeon, which has gropey arms of terror. Why is mine not as scary as Grayskull's? It's just a small room. Why does he have evil arms from the floor?
I would rather be in your dungeon, Skeletor.
No, you wouldn't, because it's Snake Mountain.
But it looks nicer.
Is that nicer, fish face? It's evil. See the pink? We start at the foot of Snake Mountain, the beginning of Path of Peril and Danger. We make our way up. We see my first maniacal trap. Chains! Yes, chains, where you can be strapped to the front of the mountain and look out into the world in despair because you can't travel there because you're stuck in chains to the mountain. And next we have yet another scary face. Lovely. And the Stone Guardian of Evil watches outwards and moving on to the greatest face of evil man has ever witnessed. A Muppet face! Yes, it will strike terror in all who dare try to look at Snake Mountain. It's a giant face. Terrifying. Next we have the blob face on the foot of the mountain, right beneath the terrifying with vine. Moving on, we have the giant hole into Snake Mountain. He-Man, don't use this entrance. Do not. I will zap you. And once you have crossed the bridge of peril, you will continue up some more steps and you see that what starts as an emanating and empowering figure and some vines, and yet another face in a bunch of pink vine things. And we move up the steps of Spiky Doom, and we get to the gate, the final and ultimate trap of Snake Mountain, the gate of yet another face! At least one looks threatening with a bat. Bats are scary. Someone told me that. And then we have the ultimate terror of Snake Mountain, the snake of Snake Mountain, Serpos, the mighty destruction serpent. Oh, He-Man, you have made it to the top of my mountain. Good for you. But what's this? Ha ha! Ha ha! He-Man, I'm gonna have you jump. Okay. Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! He-Man, you have fallen into my trap. And guess what, He-Man? Even if you were to evade the trap somehow, the gate leads to nowhere! Out here we have a small outcrop which is evilly designed to, if you are insane, trapped in the dungeon, may be able to break out. But it is impossible! Ram-Man!
Ram-Man's got a concussion.
My final thoughts for Snake Mountain are as follows. 1, it is an excellent playset with many features of evil and doom to throw He-Man and Ram-Dum into. Unfortunately, though, this is a set based off of something from something else, and then for something else. This Snake Mountain does not look like the Snake Mountain from my original show of my glorious debut, nor the Snake Mountain from any of our reboots. It is not threatening, and is covered in faces, which is not evil. And to solve all the woes of Snake Mountain, I have hired 3 extremely skilled builders. The Builder Scorpions, you can tell because they have construction hats on, to fix my mighty Palace of Doom. And with that, this has been Skeletor and Snake Mountain. Have a terrible day, and get out of here, everybody!